It's time for another update on Terminal C at LaGuardia Airport. What a beautifully transitioning gem this terminal is. This time around, there's only one change since my last video, so stay tuned. I'll start off outside the terminal like I usually do, but this time it's to specifically show you what the exterior changes look like outside the new part that I'll be showing you soon. I'm coming off the Grand Central Parkway, passing by the new head house, the grand entryway to Terminal C. In order to get there, I'll have to drive around in a circle, but I'm keeping the camera rolling to show you the area just past the entrance that I'll be focusing on in this video. Just past the head house is a beautiful and very modern walkway that allows passengers who enter the building to head west once past security. The purpose of this is to bring them to the western gates of the terminal, which were once housed by the old C terminal on the west side of LaGuardia's Delta land. And this is the area that I'll be showing you today. Let's go for a westward bound walk in the area I just showed you. Back in October of 2023, I provided an update of the ongoing construction at Terminal C at LaGuardia Airport, and I gave a complete airport tour. Well, if you're interested in the full tour, go back and check out that video, because in this video, it's only a few months after that, and I'm not going to be showing you the entire airport. I'm only going to be going to one particular area that has had a change since I last made the video. And here I am walking down this brilliant new area. I could make a quick turn and go visit one of the brand new concourses here, but I'm going to continue as far west as I can possibly go because there's a big change in that area. And that area is gates 60 to 69. So for gates 60 to 69, we're going back into the past and also back into the future at the same time. It's interesting. On the air side, we can see the area I'm about to take you to. What's odd is that they're old, but they're new at the same time. Interesting. To get there, I need to take the escalator down to a temporary walkway that's going to lead me to that location. At the bottom of the escalator is a bright new area that's been in use for some time now, but it's what's at the end of this area that's changing. We're about to go through a temporary tunnel to get there, but first let's go back to the beginning of this video where you can see the new construction around this area. The new corridor will be open soon, but for now, it's a long and narrow temporary walkway to get there. This is one of two remaining temporary walkways at Terminal C. Remember what we saw outside will replace this area real soon. Eventually this area is going to be bright and airy just like the rest of the terminal, but there's still a lot of construction going on overhead, so we need to use this temporary walkway to get there. This area serves as a reminder that the new LaGuardia is still not 100% complete, despite many believing it is. But it won't be like this forever, and the airport has made significant progress over the last few years to get to this point. Upon arriving at the end of the walkway, we enter some familiar territory, the original food hall of the original Terminal C that opened back in 1992. The food hall looks virtually the same way it looked before construction started. During the entire rebuilding process, the vendors in this area remained active, although the entire footprint of the area appears to be reduced in size, including the removal of the Delta Sky Club that used to exist near here. What a familiar sight! If you were to drop me off at this exact spot, I'd have no clue that so much has changed around it. However, as we progress further along to the gate areas, we'll see the changes. I've always liked this area and always made pre-departure food purchases for my flights here, and I'm glad that it's still around. The question is, will it be part of the final product? Only time will tell. And speaking of time, it's now time for us to leave the food court area that we're forced to walk through and enter the new gate area. I keep calling it the old new gates, and you'll see what I mean by that in a moment. In the upcoming concourse, gates have been located on the left and right sides. Over the last year or so, all the gates on the right side were closed for refurbishment and only the gates on the left side were functional. Now that the gates on the right side have been completed with the new look, the gates on the left side are closed for refurbishment. Now, before I show you the final product of the new old gates on the right side, check out this footage from October of 2023 when the right side was still closed for refurbishment and the left side was still functioning in the original 1992 style. You can see that there's a wall on the right side. Behind that wall are the new right side gates that were being worked on at the time and are now fully functional with a brand new look. The area that you see here is currently being worked on to match the gates on the right side. Now let's go back to where I left off as we enter the right side. Okay, we're back to the present, and after passing through a brand new entry area, we're now descending on a ramp to the new right side area. This is the exact ramp that existed before this was redesigned. It just has a brand new look to it, and we can see the first new gate up ahead on the right in the same exact position of the old gate that was in its place. It just looks newer, and that's why I refer to this area as the old new gates. They're physically old, but refurbished to produce a brand new look like the rest of Terminal C. This is the gate area that needed the least amount of change at Terminal C, so it makes sense that instead of tearing it down and rebuilding it, that it was just refurbished instead. The restaurant that we see here on the right, Koto, is the exact same restaurant that's always existed in this exact position. Some things have not changed. There have been some drastic changes in the new Terminal C when it comes to choices for food, so I'm glad to see that one of the old businesses still remains in its exact position. This concourse has always been bright and area, and it still retains the skylights that have contributed to and still contribute to a light and airy environment. Behind the wall on the left is the area that I just showed you from my October video, and once that area is complete, it should mirror this side, making the concourse double its width and even brighter with more windows on the ceiling and the other side of the concourse. So the old shape and memory of the 1992 terminal will always live on in this concourse. It just looks brand new and matches the decor of the other brand new concourses here at the new Terminal C at LaGuardia. What I like about the new concourses at LaGuardia, including this already existing one, is that the windows are large, and at the very end of each concourse are windows which allow you to get close to the taxiways and runway 1331 so you can see the airport action up close. Although the entire new terminal requires a lot of walking, the concourses are rather short, and it's easy to get to the end of each one in a short period of time. So it's a really interesting space because it feels so familiar, yet it's so fresh and so clean and brand new all at the same time. For the walk back to the head house, the wall is on the right side. I can't wait till that wall comes down, which will signify completion of this concourse. But there are other parts of Terminal C that need to be completed, like the walkway that leads here, and further east, the west side of the old D terminal is actually still in use today. This needs to be demolished, making room for some new gates of a new concourse that sits alongside it. You can see that part of the terminal in my October update. The upgrades are worth the wait because this is something special just for us. Overall, it's a pretty nice space, and just judging from this little area over here, the only indicator of the old area are the old skylights over there. Interesting. The skylights are only in the entry to the concourse and in the concourse itself. Once we get back into the old terminal, there's no more natural light, but I'm happy to see that some of the old features are still around. I've been a fan of this airport for decades, and anything reminding me of the past, I really do appreciate. The only other terminal of the airport that exists in its original form is Terminal A, the Marine Air Terminal, which was built in 1939. Now, that's a lot older than the space from 1992 that you see here. To get back to the head house, and for arriving passengers to get to bag claim, I'm following the path that I took in reverse. All right, and we're moving from the semi-future back to the temporary area to go back to the future where all the other gates are. It's now back to the long walkway back east. I wish I could see some planes here, but I will soon. And for a ground level view, that's the area right over there that we just visited. It's so unique. All right, I'm done with the tour of this particular part of the terminal. This was a very short video. If you want to check out a complete terminal tour, check out my video from October where I give you a full tour of the entire C terminal. Every single part of the terminal is in that video. This video, of course, is short because there aren't a lot of updates. But if you do like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button, hit the like button, because I'll be back with many more videos like this. From the new modern area here at LaGuardia, I'll see you very soon.